We are live from Leaf Fund Stadium. Sorry for the audio issues. Game one always has some interesting situations as we are live here for game one of the 2025 season for Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks baseball. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Wheaton. This was a game that was supposed to take place yesterday down in Bloomington, but weather and field conditions have pushed this game to Wheaton here. We are just underway in the first. Ground ball down to third, picked there by Bolliker. Long throw across the diamond. Not in time to retire Daniel Lummis, the leadoff hitter for the Monmouth Fighting Scots, who come in 1-1 here in the regular season so far. They were 17-21 a year ago. Illinois Tech, this is their opening day, 24-18 a year ago, under ninth-year head coach Ed Ziefert. This is Eric Campen, the second baseman. He swings at the first pitch, pops it straight back, 0-1. Starting lineup for the Fighting Scots looks like this. Daniel Lummis, the catcher, batted leadoff. He went to a full count, picked up that infield single. Eric Campen at second, plays second, bats second. The 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Clayton McCovic bats third, plays left. Raul Guillermo, the designated hitter, batting a cleanup. Alex Dye out in right field, hitting fifth. Nate Reed is the first baseman, batting sixth. Aiden Parkins at the hot corner, batting seventh. Aiden Scott is the shortstop, batting eighth. Here's the 0-2 pitch that's popped up on the middle of the diamond. Back for it is Jack Fryer. He'll back up, make the catch, one away here in the top of the first. And then batting ninth, playing center field for the Fighting Scots is Gabe Ziegler-Harris. And they will face the Illinois Tech ace here today, Cameron Bracewell. Bracewell, the junior out of Redondo Beach, California. 7-4 a year ago for Illinois Tech, a sub-4 ERA. Through 73 innings, give up 61 hits, an impressive 87-28 strikeout to walk ratio for the 5'10", 205-pound junior righty. Opponent's hit just .223 off Bracewell a year ago. He's got a runner at first, one out here, top of the first inning. Lummis, the catcher, over at first base. It's a 1-0 count here on McCovic. McCovic making his debut, didn't play in either of Monmouth's first two games. Last season hit .340 with a home run. 9 doubles, 7 triples last year from McCovic. He's up in the count here, 2-0. First pitch was at 113. It's breezy and chilly here in Wheaton this afternoon. We had that lovely weather all weekend long. The runner goes. The throw down to second is in. Oh, they're going to call the runner safe. That was a dot from Lucas Wan down to second base, but Lummis is going to get credit for the stolen base there. That was a close play down there. Bang, bang play. Looked like he was out from here. The count's 3-0 here on McCovic. Runner at second, one out, top one. Bracewell delivers. Fastball on the inside. Corner call to strike, 3-1. 29 degrees just to finish your weather report here in Wheaton. Some wispy clouds in the sky, but otherwise, sun is out. Sun is shining. It's time to play baseball. 3-1 misses just away. So McCovic draws a one-out walk, first walk of the game. Issued by Bracewell, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Raul Guillermo. Guillermo, the big bat in this Monmouth lineup. Last year hit .303, 7 home runs, 33 knocked in. Both of those led this Fighting Scots team. He's got runners on first and second, one out. First pitch checks his swing, fouls it down the right field line, and that will leave the field of play. It's 330 down the right field line, 330 down the left field line, 365 to each of the gaps, and then 395 to straightaway center field here at Leaf Funds Stadium. Runner at second, Daniel Lummis. Runner at first, Clayton Makovic. Pitches inside for a ball, 1-1. Give you the Illinois Tech defensive alignment after this 1-1 pitch from Bracewell to Guillermo. Guillermo 1 for 9 here in the early going for Monmouth. Breaking ball a little up, and Guillermo helping the home plate umpire Kevin Worth with that call as he brings that hand up. So 2-1. Bracewell around the plate here, but around the strike zone here in the early going. 2-1. That's popped up straight up into the air. Matt Bovey, the second baseman, takes a few steps to his left. Infield fly rule makes the catch. 2 away here in the first defensively for the Scarlet Hawks here in game 1 on the infield. Third to first, Alex Bolliker, Jack Fryer, Matt Bovey, Michael Paxson. In the outfield, left to right, Josh Minami, Tyler Gutzfeld, and Chris DeGroot. And then Lucas Wan will do the catching for Cameron Bracewell. This is Alex Dye, the right fielder, stepping in. He's had a good start to the season, 4 for 8 with a couple of doubles through 2 games. Swings through the high fastball, down in the count, 0-1. So Daniel Lummis picked up an infield single. Clayton Makovic walked. A couple of pop-outs induced by Bracewell, and he's 1 batter away from getting out of the inning. 0-1 fouled straight back, 0-2. Bracewell last season came up big time after time after time for the Scarlet Hawks. At a 15 strikeout complete game against Concordia, Wisconsin a year ago. A couple of 9 strikeout games, 11 strikeout game, and there is his first strikeout of 2025 as he throws the fastball past Dye on the outside corner. That'll do it here for the top of the first as Monmouth strands a couple. We're through half an inning. Monmouth, no score. Illinois Tech coming up. Back here, bottom of the first inning, Leaf Fund Stadium. No score as Monmouth strand a couple of base runners in the top of the first against Cameron Bracewell. And now it'll be the Scarlet Hawks' first at bats of the 2025 season And this is how the lineup will shake out for Ed Ziefert. Tyler Gutzfeld will bat leadoff, stepping in right here in center field. Michael Paxson is your first baseman, batting second. Lucas Wan does the catching, hits third. Jonah Wilkes will bat cleanup and be the designated hitter. The first pitch to Gutzfeld misses away for a ball. Jack Fryer will bat fifth, place short. Chris DeGroot out in right field, hitting sixth. Alec Bolliker batting seventh, playing third. Matt Bovey bats eighth, plays second. And Joshua Minami will bat ninth and play left field against Ethan Zonge, the sophomore from Tremont, Illinois. Got the start in their first game of the year against Mount Union. Went 4 1/3 in that one, gave up 6 runs and 8 hits in a 12-6 loss. He's fallen behind Gutzfeld here, 3-0. Last season, Zonge 3-1. ERA just north of 5, 11 games, 6 starts for the Fighting Scots, 44 innings, 46 hits, 40 walks, 19 strikeouts. Opponents hit 271 off the righty Zonge. And this is Gutzfeld up in the count here, 3-0, 3-1. 3-1 offering to Tyler is popped up. On the right side, Nate Reed, the first baseman, settles underneath it and comes down with it. So Gutzfeld goes up in the count 3-0, takes strike one, and then pops up the 3-1 pitch for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Now to bring up the big first baseman, Michael Paxson. Paxson, big numbers last year. In fact, Gutzfeld and Paxson both hit north of 370 for the Scarlet Hawks a year ago. Michael, 374 a year ago, a 761 slugging. Led the team in home runs with 15, drove in 44. Grounds the first pitch to short. Aiden Scott picks it, fires. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And our score bug currently inoperable, so I will give you guys updates after every pitch and every out. So 2 away here in the bottom of the first for the catcher, Lucas Wan. Lucas, the 5'10 senior out of Western Springs, gets the opening day start, batting in the 3-hole. Last year, Lucas, 255, drove in 14 runs. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Juan put up an on-base percentage close to 400 a year ago. This is something the Scarlet Hawks do really well, and you'll see that as we go through this lineup. A couple of big walk numbers further down in the lineup for Ed Ziefert's squad. I'll give you the Fighting Scots defensive alignment after this 1-1 pitch to Lucas. It's popped up to the left out of play. So Fighting Scots on the infield, third to first, Aiden Parkins, Aiden Scott, Eric Campen, and Nate Reed over at first. And then in the outfield, Clayton Makovic in left, Gabe Ziegler Harris in center, Alex Dye in right. That's a chopper to Reed. He'll take a couple steps to the bag, and the Scarlet Hawks will go in order here in the first. An inning in the books in Wheaton, no score. Top 2 here on opening day for the 2025 Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks baseball team. 24-18 a year ago, and Coach Ziefert pretty pleased with what he's got this season. Obviously, he had some big losses, losing Connor and Sam and everybody else a year ago, but he's pleased with the pitching staff this season. He thinks we're gonna pitch pretty well this year, and that's something that's been a bit of a grind. So hopefully we'll see some better pitching this season, and certainly prepared to see some good pitching from number 47 out there in black, Cameron Bracewell, as he goes 1-1 here on the first baseman, Nate Reed. That one a little outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Reed. Reed 3 for 10 here in the early going. Struck out 5 times, has walked 4 times, though. The 1-1. Hit high in the air, out to right. DeGroot has to turn. It bounces over his head. 1 hops the wall. Cruising into second base with a leadoff double is Nate Reed. It looks like DeGroot may have misjudged that ball a little bit out in right field. His first step was in, and that ball went right over his head. 1 hop the wall. Leadoff double, second hit of the game for Monmouth off of Bracewell, and that'll bring up the third baseman now, Aiden Parkins. Parkins a year ago, 270 with a home run and 21 knocked in for Monmouth. 2 for 8 here in the early going this season. Runner at second, nobody out, top 2. Squares to bunt, fastball. Called a ball as Juan tried to pull that back. Little outside, 1-0. Bunt push to first, picked up there by Paxson. He will tag Aiden Parkins. So Parkins gets the sack bunt down 3 unassisted. Over to third goes Reed with 1 away now for Aiden Scott, the shortstop. Scott 282 a year ago, couple of home runs, 27 knocked in. Scott, the junior out of Carrollton, Texas. It's got to be a bit of a culture shock, or not culture shock, but temperature shock for him. As Bracewell starts him off with a breaking ball, Scott swings over the top of it, 0-1. Scott 1 for 7 here through Monmouth's first 2 games of the season. That breaking ball stays just a little low, 1-1. Corners in even with the bags. Bolliger and Paxson on the corners. Infield back. They'll concede the run. That one looked like it fooled Lucas a little bit, as I don't know that he was expecting the breaking ball there. It's 2-1 now. Gabe Ziegler-Harris, the number 9 hitter in the on-deck circle. Bracewell could use another strikeout here. He's got a 2-1 count on the number 8 hitter. Fastball stays a little up, 3-1. Bracewell swings that right arm. He comes set. The 3-1 offering is fastball right down Broadway, 3-2. Outfield a step towards left here for Scott. Does he check his swing? Did he hold up? He did. Did he hold up? He did go around waiting for the second base umpire, Luigi Guerrero, to make it official, but that's a big strikeout for Bracewell. His second leaves Reed right at third now with 2 outs for Gabe Ziegler-Harris, the center fielder. Ziegler-Harris, the sophomore out of East Peoria. 2 for 8 this season in the early going. First pitch from Cameron is a breaking ball inside, 1-0. Leadoff hitter Daniel Lummis in the on-deck circle. Another breaking ball, another one that stays inside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Bracewell comes home with a fastball that misses away, 3-0. Bracewell last season, 87 strikeouts, just 23 walks in 73 innings of work. He's got a couple of Ks and a walk so far here through an inning plus. There's a fastball in for a strike, 3-1. This will be pitch number 35 for Bracewell here. It's fastball that's popped straight back. Count goes full. Monmouth put some base runners on against Bracewell here through 2, a single, a double, and a walk. Cameron just a strike away from getting out of this one as well, and he's not going to do it here as he walks Ziegler Harris. Second walk of the game issued by Bracewell, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Daniel Lummis. Lummis had a infield single to third last inning. Last year, 329 hitter for the Fighting Scots. Had a home run, drove in 25. Senior out of Newport Richey, Florida, will dig in with runners at the corners and 2 outs here in the second inning. First pitch, fastball misses down and in, 1-0. Lummis now 5 for 9 through 2+ games. An RBI situation here. That goes to the backstop, right through the legs of Juan. In from third comes Nate Reed, down to second goes Ziegler Harris on the wild pitch. And the run does score here in the second inning, and Monmouth breaks the proverbial ice on a frigid day here in Wheaton. They're up 1-0. Runner at second now. Fastball on the outside corner to Lummis. It's 2-1. It was a pass ball, not a wild pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second is Ziegler Harris. Another fastball that nicks the outside corner, 2-2. So like Cameron's got that control on the fastball. It's the breaking pitch that's given him a little bit of problems here in the early going. He's got a 2-2 count on Lummis. There's the breaking ball. It's fouled off. It'll stay 2-2. Leadoff double by Nate Reed. He was sacrificed to third by Aiden Parkins. Aiden Scott would strike out swinging. Ziegler Harris would draw a walk, and then a pass ball would allow Reed to score from third. The 1-2 hit to first. Nice play by Paxson. Waist-high hop. Michael steps on the bag. And that'll do it here for the Fighting Scots in the top of the second. But they pick up a run on a pass ball. An inning and a half in the books. Illinois Tech down 1-0. Back here, bottom of the second, Monmouth up on Illinois Tech 1-0, an unearned run in the top of the second inning on a pass ball allowed the Fighting Scots to take that 1-0 lead, and Illinois Tech will send up 4-5-6 here against Ethan Zonge. Zonge went 3-0 on Gutsfeld leading off the game, but was able to work around that and pitched a 1-2-3 first, and here he will face Jonah Wilkes, the cleanup hitter and number 4 hitter. Jonah, the senior out of Falls Church, Virginia, is down in the count here, 0-2. Fastball, breaking ball here from Zonge. Couple of groundouts and a pop out in that first inning. Another breaking ball went a little bit further outside, trying to get that strike 3 call. Called a ball that time. 1-2 now. And that's in there, strike 3, and Wilkes knew it. So first strikeout is of the looking variety for Zonge. 4 up, 4 down here, 1 away in the second inning. Here's Jack Fryer, the shortstop. Jack, the sophomore from Arlington Heights. Hit a $199 last season as a freshman, but led the team in walks with 28 and played just about every game over there at shortstop. Takes the 1-0-1 pitch downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Pitch down, 2-1. So it'll be Fryer, followed by the right fielder Chris DeGroot, and then if anybody reaches, Alex Bollinger, the third baseman. Missing away, 3-1. Zonge to Fryer, the 3-1 is in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Scarlet Hawks still looking for that first base runner of 2025. Fryer turns on it, hooks it to left. Makovic, it goes over his head all the way to the wall. Fryer will hit second. He'll make the turn. Here comes the throw into third. Fryer is in safely with a triple, and he is pumped as Illinois Tech picks up their first hit of the year. It is a triple for Jack Fryer in the second, and the Scarlet Hawks threaten with 1 out in the second. It's something they didn't get much of out of Jack last season with those line drives to the gap, hitting under 200 a year ago, but picks up a triple in his first at bat of his sophomore season. He's at third with 1 out, and here's Chris DeGroot. Chris, the freshman from Kaukawana, Wisconsin, going to pick up an RBI in his first collegiate at-bat. The right fielder swinging from the left side of the box. Got a 1-0 count. Fastball away, 2-0. Alex Bollinger in the on-deck circle. And Matt Bovee, if anybody else reaches. Jonah Wilkes started off the inning striking out looking, and then Fryer hooked that 3-2 pitch into left field for a triple. Here's a fastball that catches the inside corner at the knees, 2-1. Infield in, even with the bag at third and first, and the second baseman, Eric Campen, in a bit as well, only back at short. 2-1, stays upstairs, 3-1. Bright sunny sky here today in Wheaton. It was about 30 degrees warmer. I'd say it was a beautiful day for baseball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's a fastball. Ooh, called a strike on the outside corner. Looked a little off that outside part of the plate, but Kevin Worth decided it was in the strike zone. It's 3-2 here on DeGroot. Payoff pitch. Zonge to DeGroot. Is off the end of the bat, fouled back. DeGroot gets a piece of it. Second baseman Campen has taken a couple of steps back, but still in a little bit over there at second base. Another 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4, down and in. So DeGroot will draw a walk. First walk issued by Zonge, and Scarlet Hawks put runners to the corners here with 1 out for Matt Bovey. Bovey, the everyday second baseman a year ago. The junior out of West Orange, New Jersey. Or excuse me, this is Alex Bollinger, pardon me. Bollinger making his first at bat here for Scarlet Hawks. Taken off for second. The throw is not in time as DeGroot will steal second base. Alex Bollinger, the freshman right here in Chicago, has got 2 in scoring position now with 1 out. Open stance for Bollinger. Breaking ball misses, 1-1. Now Matt Bovey in the on-deck circle. Game 1 hiccups for everybody, including myself. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Bollinger. That shin pad on the front leg. Breaking ball called a strike, 1-2. Looking to make some contact and drive the ball to the outfield someplace. Bring home Fryer from third. He's got DeGroot at second. Second and third, 1 out here, bottom 2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout for Zonge, his second of the inning. And that will bring up Matt Bovey now. Matt, the second baseman today, 6 foot, 185-pound righty. Last season hit .236, 3 home runs, drove in 17. An RBI situation here. He's got runners on second and third with 2 outs. Zonge pitches, fastball missing away as Lummis tries to yank that back into the strike zone. 1-0. Joshua Minami, the number 9 hitter in the on-deck circle. 1 ball, no strikes. Zonge deals the fastball. This one a bit low, 2-0. Zonge, a couple of strikeouts and a walk through an inning and 2/3. Bovey, I mentioned, hit .236 a year ago, but an on-base percentage close to .400. He was second on the team in walks with 26. And he's up here 3-0. Fryer and Bovey, they batted towards the bottom of the order a year ago and did a really nice job setting things up for the top of this Illinois Tech lineup, getting on base a lot via the walk out of the bottom of the order. Jack moving up to that 5th spot now, so expecting a little bit more run production out of them as Bovey will draw a 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded here in the second. That'll bring up the right fielder here, Josh Minami, the lefty. Minami, junior out of Fremont, California. Had 5 at-bats a year ago, had 1 hit. Got the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the second. First pitch high to Minami. Not a huge target, just 5'5", Josh. The 1-0. is dropped in for a strike, 1-1. So it's Fryer at third, DeGroot at second, Bovee at first. Illinois Tech trying to tie it here, bottom of the second. Bases loaded. 1-1. Is a fastball a little up, a little away. 2-1. Tyler Gutsfeld waiting in the on-deck circle. He's hoping to get a chance to hit here in the second. Zange with the 2-1. That's a nice breaking pitch on the outside corner at the knees. 2-2 now. This will be pitch number 36 for Ethan Zange through an inning and 2/3. Due-2 pitch is popped up to shallow left. Out for it is the shortstop, Scott, and they'll make the catch. And the Scarlet Hawks will leave them loaded here in the second. A double, a triple, a couple of walks. Scarlet Hawks don't score. We're through 2, 1-0 Fighting Scots. Top 3, 1-0. Monmouth with the lead over Illinois Tech. Scored a run on a pass ball last inning off Cameron Bracewell, who through 2 innings has given up a couple of hits, an unearned run. He has a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks, and he'll face 2-3-4 for the Monmouth Fighting Scots here today in the 3rd inning. Eric Campen, Clayton Makovic, and Raul Guillermo. And the count's even here, 1-1 on Campen, who popped out to Jack Fryer in the 1st inning. 1-1 misses away. Wind blowing out straight out to center field right now. It's been blowing out towards right center and center most of the morning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Is popped off to the left and out of play. 2-2. Infield, outfield, straight up on Campen, and Bracewell throws the high fastball past him. 3rd strikeout for Cameron, 1 away here in the 3rd. Bracewell the strikeout in each of the first 3 innings. A couple of walks as well, which is to be expected. Maybe the control not quite as pinpoint here in start 1 as it will be in start 7 or 8. That's lined down the left field line. That's a fair ball into the corner. A long way for Josh Minami. He'll dig it out, and that'll be a 1-out double for Makovic. Makovic hooked the ball down the left field line, and there's a lot of space down the left field line here. Foul territory at Fund Stadium. So a 1-out double for Makovic, 3rd hit of the game for Monmouth, and they have runner in scoring position with a 1 out for Raul Guillermo, and Makovic wasted no time there, turning on the first pitch he saw from Bracewell. 9 doubles a year ago for Makovic, led this Monmouth squad, picks up his first double of the year. Breaking ball to Guillermo is in for a strike, 0-1. Asking home plate umpire Kevin Worth if that was outside, but called a strike. He popped out to second back in the 1st. Ground ball to short, scooped there by Fryer. Jack over to Paxton at first, 2 away, and Makovic will stay at third base. So two outs, runner at second now for Alex Dye. Dye, the right fielder, struck out swinging to end the first inning. Matt Bovee pinching over towards that second base bag, trying to keep Makovic as close as possible. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Dye a season ago hit .301 from Monmouth, 3 home runs, 26 knocked in. Good start to the season for him, as I mentioned last at bat. 4 for 8 coming into play today. He'll ground this to Bolliker. He'll throw it over to first, and Bracewell works around the one-out double here in the third inning. 2.5 gone. Illinois Tech still looking for the first run of 2025. Bottom 3. Illinois Tech still down 1-0. They loaded the bases in the second against Ethan Zange, a triple and a couple of walks. They couldn't get any runs home. They'll send up the top of the order here, though, against Zange. First pitch to Gutzfeld is like a changeup that Tyler swung through. Big year for Gutzfeld a year ago. Now the junior out of Simsbury, Connecticut. .371, hit 12 home runs, drove in 47. One of 3 Scarlet Hawks with double-digit home runs a year ago, joining Paxson and Connor Blake, who's now down in the dugout as an assistant coach. 0-2 on Gutzfeld is roped into right field, and Tyler has his first hit of 2025. It's a sharp single to right. Leadoff man on here for Illinois Tech in the third inning. Gutzfeld 65 hits a year ago, tied for the team lead. Sam Sproul was 65 as well. Now Paxson stepping in. Grounded to short his first time up. Tyler last year 19 for 21 in stolen bases. This was an Illinois Tech team that ran a lot last season. They had 5 players with at least 10 steals. They were led by Sam Sproul, who stole 35 bases in 38 attempts last year. First pitch to Paxson is fastball up, 1-0. Sam 19 of 21. Paxson, the man at the plate, was 8 for 10. It's a team that likes to run, and they do it well. They stole 131 bases a year ago. There goes the runner. The throw down is not in time. Well, the throw actually was in time, but it bounced off the second baseman Campen, and Gutzfeld will pick up his first stolen base of the year. Second stolen base of the game for Illinois Tech. They have a runner at scoring position now with nobody out and a 1-1 count here on Paxson. Paxson third on the team last year in runs knocked in. He had 44. Zonge hits him. So Paxson will go down to first on the hit by pitch. Now Illinois Tech runners at first and second with nobody out. Lucas Wan stepping in. We'll see if Ed Ziefert wants Lucas to drop one down here, with Jonah Wilkes in the on-deck circle. First pitch to Wan. He does square to bunt. Gets it down right in front of the plate nicely. Zonge has it. There's nobody covering first, and Lucas Wan will reach. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. Should just go into the books as a sacrifice. And Wan reaches. Bases loaded for Wilkes. Jonah struck out looking, starting off the second inning. Second straight inning, Illinois Tech has loaded the bases. This time, though, they've done it with nobody out. First pitch to Jonah is a breaking ball down and away. So an infield hit for Wan. 1 ball, no strikes. Gutzfeld at third, Paxson at second, Wan at first. Another fastball, this one away. 2-0. Wilkes now in the driver's seat here. See what Zonge comes with here on this 2-0 pitch. Fastball hammered to center. Ziegler Harris makes the catch. Tagging from third is Gutzfeld. He will score, and Jonah Wilkes with a productive at-bat. The sac fly to center, driving in the first run of the season, bringing home Gutzfeld and tying the game here at 1 in the bottom of the third. Paxson stays at second. Wan stays at first. First RBI for Jonah Wilkes. And it's 1-1 here, bottom 3. Each team now 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. And now Jack Fryer tripled the left. His first time up, hit a line drive over the head of Clayton Makovic. Step off, throw down to third. Asking if Gutzfeld maybe left early, but he did not. So first and second, 1 out. And Jack Fryer at the plate. First pitch to Jack, it's fastball that pins the outside edge, 0-1. Some speed on the bases for Illinois Tech here. You wouldn't necessarily think that out of your catcher and your first baseman, but Lucas stole 10 bases last year. Paxson stole 8. And there's a breaking ball that fools Jack a little bit. He's down in the count here, 0-2. One run in here in the third. Illinois Tech wants more, though. Had the bases loaded, nobody out. 0-2, another breaking ball, another strike, another swing and a miss by Fryer. And that is the third strikeout of the game for Zonge. Big one now, 2 outs for DeGroot. Chris walked and stole a base in the second inning. Illinois Tech went in order in the first, but they've had 6 base runners on in the last 2 innings here against Ethan Zonge. Looking to take the lead here in the third. First and second, 2 outs. Pitch to DeGroot is a fastball that misses away. 1-0. Inning started with a single to right by Gutzfeld. Paxson was hit by a pitch. Lucas Wan just trying to drop down a sac bunt, but nobody covered first. And then Jonah Wilkes, sac fly to center, tied it at 1. 1-0 here to DeGroot. Zonge steps off and looks Paxson back to second. That wind now blowing out to left. It was blown out to right when we got here. Blown out to center when the game started. Now it's blown out to left. Or the lefty DeGroot. He's got a 1-0 count. Paxson dances off the second base bag. The 1-0 is down and in. Blocked there by Lummis, keeping both runners right where they are. 2-0. Hitters count here for Chris. 5'8", 175-pound lefty. We'll dig in on the 2-0. Zonge deals. Fastball misses up and away, 3-0. Alex Bolliker in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 on, 2 outs here in the third. Fastball right down the middle, 3-1. A lot of space out in left center field for DeGroot if he can take the ball the opposite way. 3-1 is down for a ball. So DeGroot has had 2 at-bats here in his collegiate career, and he's drawn a couple of walks. That is the 3rd walk of the game issued by Zonge, and the bases are loaded again. Alex Bolliker now. Bolliker struck out swinging in the 2nd. He had runners at 1st and 3rd back in the 2nd on that strikeout. Now he's got the bases loaded with 2 outs. Discussion on the mound between Lummis and Zonge. Paxson at 3rd, 1 at 2nd. DeGroot over at 1st. And the 3rd baseman, Alex Bolliker, at the plate. First pitch to Alex is a fastball called a strike, 0-1. The ball's 1 strike, the pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball this time, outside, 1-1. Zonge checks the runner at 2nd, now the 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2. An off-speed pitch, can't tell if it's a curveball. Looks like might be a slider from Zonge. Is got a good pitch here through 2+ for the righty. He's got a 1-2 count on Bolliker. Zonge kicks and deals. Gets him again. There's that slider again. So Bolliker goes down swinging for a 2nd time today. That is now 4 Ks for Zonge, and that will retire the Scarlet Hawks here in the 3rd. They do tie it. We're 3 innings in, 1-1. Top 4. 1/3 of the way through game 1 of the year for Illinois Tech, and it's 1-1. Pass ball from Monmouth, scored them a run in the 2nd, a sac fly last inning for the Scarlet Hawks, got them on the board. Here's Bracewell back out there for his 4th inning of work, and he'll face Nate Reed, Aiden Parkins, and Aiden Scott for the Monmouth Fighting Scots. If anybody reaches, Gabe Ziegler-Harris would hit. 3 innings for Cameron, 3 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 Ks, And a couple of walks as that's fouled straight back, and it's a truck. The parking lot is right behind us here at Leaf Fund Stadium. You got to be careful where you park your car. That's slapped down the left field line. That'll be foul. Basically, right behind us and to the left is the parking lot, and there's another parking lot off to the right where all the smarter people park. That's where I parked, off to the right, and I parked behind another car, so my car is shielded. I thought this through. The fastball upstairs, 1-2 here to Reed. Reed doubled over the head of Krista Groot out in right field leading off the second inning. He would come around to score on that pass ball. Breaking ball misses just up, 2-2. Bracewell's at 56 pitches through 3 innings, so you wonder how long he's going to go here in his first game. The 2-2. Fastball upstairs, 3-2. So 1-2 to 3-2 here on Nate Reed. Reed last season for Monmouth, 257. A couple of home runs, 19 knocked in. Got a full count here. Bracewell with a strikeout in each of his first 3. And a strikeout here in his 4th as he pins the outside corner. Called strike 3, and Reed had taken a couple of steps down to first base. He doesn't like that call, but that is the 4th strikeout for Bracewell. 1 away here in the 4th, and now it's Aiden Parkins. Parkins, the third baseman, dropped down a sac bunt his first time up. That pushed Reed from second to third. First pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Juan was set up on the outside, so had to reach back and pull that in, but clearly caught the inside corner. 0-1. Fastball thrown past Parkins, now 0-2. Cameron looks a lot more comfortable these last 2 innings than he did in his first 2. Around the plate a lot more. That ball's punched out to center field. Gutzfeld tracks back. He's on the track, and he makes the catch shy of the wall for the second out of the inning. So Parkins gave it a ride. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th inning. It's now 6 of the last 7 retired by Bracewell. 2 away for Aiden Scott. As Cameron looks for his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. Scott struck out looking back in the 2nd. Missing away, and Cameron could use a quick inning here. As I mentioned, 56 pitches through 3. The 1-0. Fastball swung on and missed, 1-1. Center fielder Tyler Gutzfeld, a couple of steps towards left field for Aiden Scott here. Another fastball, and so far it looks like most of these Monmouth hitters are having trouble keeping up with the fastball of Cameron Bracewell. We'll see if he comes right back to it here on this 1-2 pitch, or if he tries to break something off. Breaks something off on the inside corner, called strike 3. So best inning of the game for Cameron Bracewell. Strikes out a pair, 3.5 in the books, still 1-1. Bottom of the fourth inning, a pitcher's duel of sorts here in game one for Illinois Tech. It's 1-1, bottom of the fourth. Each team one run on 3 hits. Illinois Tech has loaded the bases in the second and third innings, but we're only able to put one across against Ethan Zonge, and they'll have Bovee, Minami, and Gutsfeld here in the fourth. First pitch to Bovee is a ball away. Bovee walked his first time up. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, called a strike, 1-1. Matt second on the team in walks a year ago with 26. Showed a little bit of power as well, hit 3 home runs. It's a fastball away, 2-1. Zonge 3 innings so far, 3 hits. The 1 run, he's walked 3, struck out 4. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's fastball for a strike, 2-2. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, a ton of break, but ends up in the right-handed batter's box, 3-2. Zonge 62 pitches through 3. Both pitchers sitting right at that 19 to 20 pitch per inning mark. 3-2 pitch is lined to the second baseman, Eric Campen, for the first out. So Matt got his bat on it. Couldn't get it over the head of Campen. 1 away here in the fourth. Now Minami. Josh popped out to the shortstop in the second inning. Had the bases loaded with 2 outs. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that stays away. He swings and misses. 0-1. Top of the order up next. There's another breaking ball. This one breaks right in the middle of the plate. 0-2. That wind now blowing out towards right center field, so it's sort of gusting all over the place today. But out is is where it's been blowing all day. No balls, 2 strikes. As Minami grounds it foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here, bottom 4. Zonge with the 0-2 to Minami. Josh holds up, 1-2. Zonge, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. Puts the 1-2 pitch just wide. He's a quick worker. Gets the ball, gets his signal, and he goes. He's ready to go already, the 2-2. Popped up foul. It'll stay 2-2. Zonge's ready. He comes home with the 2-2. Minami gets a piece of it, fouls it straight back. Stays 2-2. Good at bat here by the number 9 hitter, fouling off some tough pitches. Staying in the at-bat, trying to get on base for the top of this order. 2-2. Upstairs for a ball, 3-2. Again, Minami just 5'5", so that's not a bad pitch, but it's above the letters on the 5'5" Minami. Now the payoff. Zonge kicks, deals, slapped foul by Minami. He's able to inside out that inside pitch. Staying alive at 3-2. Bovee lined out to second to start the fourth. It's a 3-2 count here on Minami. Hit to the right side. Gets booted by the second baseman, Campen. And staying at first is Minami on the E4. So Campen had to range a little bit to his left, Off the heel of his glove, off the heel of his foot. And that's the first error of the game by either team, and it'll give Illinois Tech a one-out base runner here, bottom 4. For Gutzfeld, Tyler singled, stole a base, and scored in the 3rd inning. Minami looks like he's ready to go over there at first. First pitch to Gutzfeld, a changeup. And Tyler's out ahead of 0-1. Big hole on the right side as Nate Reed holding on Minami. Throw over to first. Out of the glove of Reed, Minami back in safely. Minami 1 stolen base a year ago in 1 attempt. No balls, 1 strike on the Illinois Tech starting center fielder. Hit foul over by the Illinois Tech dugout. 0-2 now on Gutzfeld. Tyler 1 for 2 today. Last season, 12 home runs, 11 doubles, a couple of triples, stole 19 bases. Got a runner at first with 1 out here in the 4th. Hit to right. That gets down for a hit. Over to play it is Dye. Minami will hold up at second. So Gutzfeld 2 for 2 today with a couple of singles. And Illinois Tech's got something cooking again here in the 4th. Runners on first and second with 1 out for Michael Paxson. Paxson, 6'2", 210-pound senior. Had a really nice career here at Illinois Tech. 27 home runs in 3 seasons. He's driven in over 100. First pitch down and away. A .344 career batting average for Paxson in 121 games. 27 home runs, 102 knocked in, a slugging percentage north of 600. Now a senior, going to drive in his first run of the year as he's got 2 on with 1 out and a 1-0 count. Zonge fires. Paxson holds up. It's called a strike, 1-1. Michael shakes his head yes in agreement. One ball, 1 strike now on the big first baseman. Zonge deals. Another breaking pitch. That one caught the outside corner. Late break on that pitch from Zonge to Paxson, and it's 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. Zonge looks at Gutzfeld at second. Now comes home, and that'll stay away. 2-2. Lucas 1 in the on-deck circle. Paxson hit by a pitch his last time up. He grounded out in the first. He's got Gutzfeld at second, or he's got Gutzfeld at first rather. Minami at second. And Paxson goes down swinging on the breaking pitch. That's 5 strikeouts now for Zonge. 2 away in the 4th. Illinois Tech's going to need a 2-out hit. They haven't had one of those yet. They had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 2nd. Minami popped out. They had the bases loaded with 2 outs last inning, and Bolliker struck out. So they're going to need Lucas 1 here with 2 on and 2 outs. Lucas 1 for 2. He tried to drop down a sac bunt his last time, and it turned into a base hit as nobody covered first. First pitch to Lucas is a fastball called a strike. 0-1. Long hold now. Zonge steps off. Looks Minami back to second. Josh Minami Reached on an error. He's at second. Tyler Gutsfeld singled. He's on at first. One pops the pitch up, doesn't like it, throws the bat down. Aiden Scott calls everybody off, makes the catch. And once again, Illinois Tech puts runners in scoring position with 2 outs, but they're not able to bring the run home. We've got 4 in the books here in game 1. It's 1-1 here from Wheaton. Back here, top 5, still 1-1. Cameron Bracewell has settled in nicely here over the last 2+. 7 of his last 8 retired, 3 strikeouts. Got 5 Ks through 4. He's at 70 pitches through 4, so only 24 pitches in his last 2 innings. That's the type of efficiency he's going to need here in this inning as well, as Gabe Ziegler-Harris pops the first pitch up and out of play. Nothing in 1. He drew a walk in the second inning. Bracewell threw 4, 3 hits, 1 unearned run, 5 strikeouts, a couple of walks. He's got 9, 1, and 2 here in the 5th. Fastball upstairs, 1-1. It'll be Ziegler, Harris, Daniel Lummis, and Eric Campen for Monmouth here in the 5th. Games were supposed to be played down in Bloomington yesterday, but weather and or field conditions caused a cancellation of those 2 games yesterday, and they were moved here to Wheaton. 2-1. Fastball, ooh, looked right there. Maybe called a little high, 3-1. Looked right at the belt. Now the 3-1 offering. It's a fastball up and in, so Ziegler-Harris has walked twice today against Bracewell, and that's a leadoff walk, the dreaded leadoff walk here from Monmouth in the 5th. I'll bring up the top of their order, and Daniel Lummis was 1 for 2, single stole a base, and last time up grounded out to Michael Paxson. Lucas Wan goes out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Can't really see either bullpen from where we're sitting here. They're both sort of blocked off, so I can't say. It doesn't look like there's any action in either bullpen right now. So we're in the 5th. So it looks like Roy Ralston actually up in the pen here for Monmouth down to our right. First pitch breaking ball into Lummis is a strike. Ziegler-Harris at first. For a second time today, he's drawn a walk. 0-1 to Lummis. Hits him on the elbow. Hit him right on the armor. The first 2 reach here for Monmouth in the 5th. A walk and a hit by pitch. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Eric Campen. Campen 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop out. Lummis reaches for a second time today. Here comes Ed Ziefert, I think, to maybe not argue, but Lummis didn't make much of an attempt to get out of the way of that baseball. The umpires are going to get together to talk about it. That batter does have to make an attempt to get out of the way of the baseball, and there wasn't much of one there, so we'll see what they decide. And Alan Bertone, the 10th year manager for Monmouth, doesn't seem to like the explanation, so I wonder if this is going to go the way of Illinois Tech. Yeah, it is. It's going to go the way of Illinois Tech. Daniel Lummis is going to have to come back into the batter's box. They're going to say that Lummis didn't make an attempt to get out of the way of the ball, so he's going to have to come back into the batter's box. Back to first will go Ziegler Harris. It's not a call you see overturned very often, but we see it here in game one for Illinois Tech. Believe the count was 1-1 on Lummis, or will be 1-1 on Lummis here. We'll see what home plate umpire Kevin Worth says the count is. It's going to be 0-2 is going to be the count, so that will be called a strike. So it's 0-2 on Lummis. Breaking ball just inside 1-2. That's a big overturn by the umpires here in the fifth inning. Instead of first and second, nobody out. Got a runner at first and a 1-2 count. Bracewell now to Lummis. Downstairs and gets away from Juan, and over to second will go Ziegler Harris on the wild pitch. So he reaches second base anyway. And it's now 2-2 on Lummis. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here top 5. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-2. Fastball chopped to Paxson at first. And Lummis is out on the 3 unassisted as he swings at a pitch up by his eyeballs, but pushes it to the right, and over to third goes Ziegler Harris with 1 out. So a productive out for the Fighting Scots, but an out nonetheless, and that'll bring up Eric Campen now with a runner at third and 1 out. Alex Bolliker in even with the bag at third. Michael Paxson in on the grass at first. Middle infield back, willing to concede that run. First pitch is popped straight back, heads up. And it's into the parking lot. 0-1. Campen 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop out. Bracewell, 5 Ks, could use number 6 right here. He's 1 strike away from it as Campen fouls it off to the left. 0-2. It'll be Campen followed by Makovic, if anybody reaches Guillermo. No balls, 2 strikes. Cameron Bracewell sets, deals, fastball high, 1-2. The 1-2 now. Breaking ball dropped in, called strike 3. Give Bracewell 6, and he's picked them all up exactly when he's needed them with runners in scoring position, and that keeps that runner at third with 2 outs. And now he can be very careful with Makovic, who lined a double into the left field corner his last time up. Makovic last year hit .340. 9 doubles, 7 triples. He's got a runner at third with 2 outs here in the 5th. Breaking ball misses in, 1-0. Bracewell up to 84 pitches now, 85 with that 1-0, with that first pitch ball to Makovic. The breaking ball that stays down and in, 2-0. Middle infield back. Jack Fryer, a step on the outfield grass. Matt Bovey's got his heels on the outfield grass. This is grounded to third, into left field for a base hit. So Clayton Makovic with a big 2-out base hit to left, bringing home Gabe Ziegler-Harris, and Monmouth retakes the lead here in the fifth. It's 2-1. So Makovic picks up the RBI, his first of the year. He had 23 a year ago. He's been on base 3 times today. Monmouth retakes the lead here in the fifth inning. Now it's Guillermo, who's 0 for 2. First pitch sounded like hit the elbow pad of Guillermo, so he'll go down to first base. Very similar to the hit by pitch on Lummis, but this one I think is going to stand. So first and second, 2 outs now for Alex Dye, who's 0 for 2. Bracewell looked like he was in a bit of a rhythm coming into the fifth inning as he retired 7 out of 8 in between the bottom of the second, the third, and the fourth, but a walk, a pass ball, a walk, a wild pitch, a ground out, and a single to left, and now a hit by pitch on Guillermo. Illinois Tech down 2-1 here, top 5. Game 1 of 2 today, a couple of 9-inning baseball games here at Lee Fun Stadium. Everybody has said what needs to be said, and now Bracewell trying to get through 5 here in his first start of the year. He's given up 1 earned run so far, has 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. And he'll deal with Dye with 2 on and 2 outs. First pitch to Alex Dye is sliced to the right, not a play. 1 out, 0-1 rather, excuse me. Makovic at second, Guillermo at first. Fastball fouled off the wall right behind home plate, 0-2. Bottom 5 for Illinois Tech will be Wilkes, Fryer, DeGroot. That's 4, 5, 6. Don't know if that'll be against Zonge or a reliever. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swung on and missed. Juan will have to play it. I don't know if he's going to have time. He holds, so Dye will reach on the strikeout passed ball. So that's the 7th strikeout for Bracewell. But now the bases are loaded here with 2 outs in the 5th, and he'll have to deal with Nate Reed. Reed doubled to right back in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th. Bracewell up over 90 pitches now. And he hits Nate Reed square in the back. Makovic will come home to score, and it's 3-1. Bases will stay loaded. Down to third goes Guillermo. Dye to second. And that's going to do it here for Cameron Bracewell with 2 outs in the 5th inning. He'll leave on the short end of a 3-1 game. Monmouth scores 2 in the 5th off of Bracewell, and Illinois Tech will go to the bullpen for the first time this afternoon. First pitcher out of Ed Zeiford's bullpen today is the righty out of Sugar Land, Texas, Alejandro Garcia. Last season, Garcia appeared in 6 games for the Scarlet Hawks, 4 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, couple of walks. And he'll come in a tough situation here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And he'll be facing Aiden Parkins, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out and a sac bunt. First pitch to Parkins is in for a strike. So the line on Bracewell, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs so far. 2 of them were earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Threw a lot of pitches here in his first game of the year. Hit hard and foul down the third base line. That missed extra bases by about 6 inches for Aiden Parkins, so it's 0-2 now. Guillermo at third, Dye at second, Reed at first. 2 away in the 5th. 2 in for Monmouth. They're up 3-1. The 0-2 from Garcia to Parkins. Called strike 3. So good morning, good afternoon, good night. Alejandro Garcia comes in, makes quick work of Aiden Parkins, but Monmouth breaks through against Cameron Bracewell. They score 2. We're halfway home here in Game 1. Illinois Tech down 3-1. New pitcher out there for Monmouth as we go to the 5th is the 6'6" sophomore out of Macon, Illinois, Roy Ralston. So Ethan Zonge goes 4, gives up 3 hits, 1 run. He walks 3, strikes out 5, and he gives way to Ralston, who last season was 3-3 for Monmouth. 14 games, 4 starts, and ERA just over 6.3 on the season. 39 innings of work, 49 hits, 34 Ks, 18 walks. Opponents hit .301 off Ralston. And a new second baseman for Monmouth as well as Jonas Buckles will come in and play second base, the senior from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He will replace Eric Campen down at second, and as of right now, he will bat second. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Illinois Tech now down 3-1. They'll have 4, 5, 6. Jonah Wilkes, Jack Fryer, Chris DeGroot. Wilkes 0 for 1. Struck out in the second at a sac fly to center, driving in the only Illinois Tech run in the third inning. And this time Kevin Worth going to say he went around on the 2-0 pitch. So 2-1 here on Wilkes. Two balls, one strike. Ralston kicks and deals, hooked foul by Wilkes, 2-2. Now by the Illinois Tech bullpen. So both starters out of the game before we get through 5. Zonge gives Monmouth 4. Bracewell gives Illinois Tech 4 2/3. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Wilkes. Ralston throws the breaking pitch, breaks away, pops out of the glove of Lummis, so it's 3-2 now. Scarlet Hawks have left 8 base runners on. He threw 4 innings. 5 of them have been in scoring position. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's lined to the shortstop, hit hard, but Aiden Scott right there to make the grab. 1 out in the 5th. Wilkes now 0 for 2. Wilkes right on the screws, but played perfectly was Aiden Scott. And here's Jack Fryer now. Jack 1 for 2. Tripled over the head of the left fielder Makovic back in the second. Struck out swinging in the third. First pitch to Jack is fastball right down the middle, 0-1. Tech loaded the bases in the second, loaded the bases in the third, put 2 on with 1 out in the 4th, and they came away with 1 run. Check swing, played there by Reed. Reed will flip to Ralston, covering the bag, and Fryer is out on the 3-1 put out. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Now Chris DeGroot, who's been up twice and walked twice. "6'6" sophomore Roy Ralston. First pitch fastball pulled over the plate by Lummis. Called a strike, 0-1. Swung on and missed as that pitch broke away from DeGroot. 0-2. Ralston looking for a 1-2-3 inning. It would be the first for Monmouth since the first. Fastball away, 1-2. If DeGroot reaches, Bolliker would hit next. One ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. DeGroot will go down swinging. Lummis will fire down to first, and that is a quick, efficient 1-2-3 5th for Ralston. 5 in the books. Illinois Tech down 3-1. top 6. Garcia back out there after striking out Aiden Parkins on 3 pitches with the bases loaded in the 5th. And he's got to keep this a 3-1 game. He'll deal with Scott, Ziegler, Harris, and Lummis. That's 8-9-1. And so far, so good for Alejandro Garcia. 4 pitches, 4 strikes. He's up 0-1 here on Scott, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. 3 runs, 4 hits, and an error for Monmouth. 1-4-0 for Illinois Tech. First ball thrown by Garcia. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs last inning on Cameron Bracewell. So the total line on Cameron, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. He walked 3, struck out 7 through 94 pitches. He leaves on the short end of a 3-1 game. It's 2-1 here on Scott. He's got 1 for 9 so far through 2+ games for Monmouth. That's hit hard, but right at Matt Bovey over at second. So 1 away here in the 6th. Now Ziegler Harris without an official at bat so far today. A couple of walks. He scored his last time up. He led off the 5th inning with a walk against Cameron Bracewell. And an at bat that ball 3 was looked like it was right down the middle, right at the belt, but called the ball, and Ziegler Harris ended up walking. Here's a pitch that nicks the outside corner, 0-1. He scored 2 runs last inning on just 1 hit. Single to left by Makovic. The other run came in on a hit by pitch. 0-1 breaking ball, this time on the inside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Ziegler Harris. Garcia's ready, and he fires. Chopped foul. Stays 0-2. Game 2 will start roughly 30 minutes after Game 1 comes to an end. We're in the top of the 6th here in Game 1, 3-1. Monmouth with the lead, the 1-2 from Garcia. That's right there, called strike 3. Garcia looks locked in here through his first 3 batters of the 2025 season. 3 up, 3 down, couple of Ks for the righty out of Sugar Land, Texas. And he'll deal with Daniel Lummis, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a couple of groundouts to Michael Paxson over at first. Singled, stole a base in the first. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch, went down to first, and then the umpires conferred and pulled him back to the plate, saying he didn't make an effort to get out of the way of the pitch that hit him in that elbow pad, and it was ruled a strike. 0-1. Blocked by 1-1. It's chilly here in Wheaton, but it's not terrible with that sun still up. It's going to get noticeably cooler in about 2 hours once that sun is set behind us, but that's a future us problem. 1-1 fastball, called a strike. 1-2, Lummis doesn't like it, shakes his head no, calls a timeout. Now digs back in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia looking for a 1-2-3 6th. Chopped to short, played there by Fryer, hard throw by Jack in time to retire Lummis by half a step over at first. 5.5 innings down, Monmouth 3, Illinois Tech 1 in the Scarlet Hawks opener. Monmouth up 3-1 here, bottom of the 6th inning. We're in Wheaton, Leaf Fund Stadium. Scarlet Hawks look like they're sending a pinch hitter up here for Alex Bolliker. That looks like it's going to be Frederick Swingle, the junior out of Chula Vista, California. Bolliker 0 for 2, couple of Ks. We'll see if Swingle stays in the game. Step in as a pinch hitter here. Swingle last year had one at bat, he had one hit. First at bat of 2025, sees him in a 1-1 count here. In the 6th inning against Roy Ralston, who pitched a 1-2-3 5th. So it'll be Swingle, Bovey, and Minami are the 3 hitters due up here in the 6th. Fastball in for a strike, 1-2 on Swingle. Ralston a line out, a ground out, a strikeout in the 5th, and he's gone 1-2 here on Swingle in the 6th. Breaking ball just misses inside. He thought it was a strike. Lummis thought it was a strike. He was about to throw that down to third, but called the ball. If you're Swingle and it's close, you better take a hack at it right here on this 2-2 pitch. Two balls, two strikes, the pitch on the way. It's hit to left, over for it is Makovic. He's over by the foul line, and he doesn't make the catch. It bounces off his glove as Reed and Swingle get tied up down the first base line, and Swingle will end up at second. Should be an E7 that was in and out of the glove of Makovic, but we'll see what the official score has to say about it. That will be an E7. The official score sitting right to my right says yes. That confirms E7. And it looks like Swingle will be replaced for a pinch. Oh, no, he's just throwing his elbow gear over to. No, I think he is supposed to be coming out for a pinch hitter. There's some miscommunication here between Tanner Jenkins and Fred Swingle. Jenkins was coming out to replace Swingle. Swingle thought that he was coming out to get his equipment, and then Swingle went back to second base. So now it is Tanner Jenkins as the pinch runner at second after the E7. And now Matt Bovey, who's 0 for 1. So tying run at the plate. Matt last year 3 home runs. Drove in 17 as an RBI situation here. He's got Tanner Jenkins at second. Nobody out in the 6th. Second error of the game for Monmouth. Illinois Tech so far has played clean defensively. First pitch to Bovey is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Last time Matt lined out to the second baseman, that was Eric Campen at the time. Matt hit just under 240 last season. 1-1. Had 3 home runs, 3 doubles. Walked 26 times, stole 13 bags. As a sophomore, now a junior. Out of West Orange, New Jersey, as a runner at second, nobody out in the 6th. 1-1 grounded right back to Ralston. He'll throw to first, and that'll send Jenkins over to third on the 1-3 putout. So runner at third with 1 away now for Minami. Minami 0 for 2. Last time up he reached on an error. So going to make contact here, get that ball on the ground, get that runner home from third. It's a problem Scarlet Hawks have had today. They've stranded 8 base runners. 5 of them have been in scoring position through 5 innings. Yet another one here with 1 out in the 6th. Minami swings through the fastball 0-1. Tyler Gutzfeld in the on-deck circle. He's got a couple hits today. Triple and 3 singles for Illinois Tech today, and that's been it offensively. There's another fastball in the inside corner, 0-2 quickly on Josh Minami. Last time up, Minami got 2 strikes on him and was able to foul off a handful of pitches before he could pull one to the right side. See if he can do the same thing here, 0-2. Lines it to left. He does one better, gets it down for a base hit, and Josh Minami picks up an RBI single to center field, and Illinois Tech back within a run. It's 3-2. Minami, 1 for 3 today. RBI single on an 0-2 pitch right back through the box. Gets the Scarlet Hawks within a run. Now Gutzfeld. Tyler today 2 for 3, couple of singles to right. First pitch to Tyler is a fastball way up, 1-0. Tyler last year hit north of 370 for Ed Ziefert's squad. 429 on base percentage, slugging percentage over 660. Complete player, turns and hooks it to right. Alex Dye is over for it. He'll make the running catch and medium depth right field for the second out here in the 6th inning. So Tyler to the right side all 4 times today. Couple of hits. 2 away for Paxson. Pax looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. He struck out swinging in the 4th. He's got Minami at first with 2 outs. Illinois Tech got 1 of the 2 back. They were down 3-1. They've scored here in the 6th to make it 3-2. Breaking ball away, and then it pops out of the hand of Daniel Lummis as Minami scrambles back into first. 3-2 bottom 6. One ball, no strikes to Paxson. 2 balls, no strikes to Paxson, with Lucas Wan waiting on deck. Two balls, no strikes. Paxson in the good hitters count here. Pitch inside, the throw down, and out at second is Josh Minami on the 2-6 putout down at second base. So that'll be it for Illinois Tech here in the 6th. They do get a run back, though. 6 in the books. Illinois Tech down 3-2. Top of the 7th inning here on opening day for Illinois Tech. They're down 3-2. This is Jonas Buckles. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 6th. His first at bat here off the end of the bat for a strike, 0-1. Buckles. Last season went 3 for 16 at the plates. Got a couple of at-bats this year. He's quickly in an 0-2 hole. 0 for 3 so far this season against Alejandro Garcia, who's gone 4 up, 4 down through an inning and a third in relief of Cameron Bracewell, trying to keep Monmouth right where they are at 3 runs. The 0-2. Whoa, to the backstop. Counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes now from Garcia to the number 2 hitter, Buckles. Stays up, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Garcia's pitch. It's lofted to center. Gutsfeld shades his eyes, makes the catch. 1 away here in the 7th. Now Makovic. Makovic's been the big bat today for Monmouth. 2 for 2. Single, a double, a walk, an RBI. Had the hit in the 5th inning that gave his team a 2-1 lead. They would tack on one more in that 5th against Cameron Bracewell to make it 3-1. Illinois Tech got one back in the 6th. It's 3-2 here, 1 out in the 7th. First pitch to Makovic. Off speed pitch missing away, 1-0. Fastball inside, stays inside, 2-0 on Makovic. Clayton the junior out of Sherrard, Illinois, 5'10", $160. Slapped a single between 3rd and short in that 5th inning. Doubled the left back in the 3rd. 2-0. That one breaks over the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Raul Guillermo in the on-deck circle. If anybody reaches Alex Dye. Guillermo's gone 5 up, 5 down so far. Popped up on the right side. Is that going to have enough to reach the seats? It will. It'll bounce off the top of the Monmouth dugout. So 2-2. Garcia's battled back from 2-0 to even the count here at 2-2. Mason Kim has come into play 3rd base, replacing Alex Bolliker. Bolliker 0 for 2 today, couple of Ks. He was pinch hit for last inning, and now Kim down at 3rd. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Garcia. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 for Garcia. It's 10 strikeouts for Illinois Tech pitching so far today through 6 2/3 innings, but still in the short end of a 3-2 score. And now Raul Guillermo. Guillermo 0 for 2. Popped out, ground out, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Bottom of the 7th for the Scarlet Hawks. It'll be Paxson, Juan, and Wilkes, 2-3-4. First pitch to Guillermo is fastball away, 1-0. Garcia's done a really nice job in relief of Cameron Bracewell here, looking to give Ed Z for 2 1/3 scoreless innings if he can get through Guillermo. It's 2-0. Guillermo last year, 7 home runs, 33 knocked in, both tops for this Fighting Scots team. Swings the 2-0 pitch, lofts it out to left field. Over for it is Minami, and he makes the catch. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Alejandro Garcia. He goes 7 up, 7 down. Time to stretch. Illinois Tech down 3-2. Bottom of the 7th here on opening day for Illinois Tech. It'll be Roy Ralston for his 3rd inning of relief, and he'll face Michael Paxson, Lucas Wan, Jonah Wilkes, if anybody reaches Jack Fryer. So Paxson was at the plate last inning when Josh Minami was caught stealing. Minami earlier in the inning had driven in the 2nd run of the game for Illinois Tech to bring him back within a run. So here's Paxson fouling the first pitch out of play, 0-1. On number 99, Michael Paxson 0 for 2 today. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Struck out with runners at 1st and 2nd and 1 out in the 4th. He's up here in the 7th leading off. Checks his swing, 1 around, 0-2. That sun setting right behind us, so it'll be right in the center fielder's face here pretty soon. Center field, all 3 outfield positions are going to be really difficult here in the next inning or 2. 0-2 on Paxson is downstairs. Ralston 2 innings so far. He's given up an unearned run, a hit. He has a strikeout and no walks in relief of Ethan Zonge, who went 4 innings of 1-run ball. On the other side, Cameron Bracewell, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned in 4 2/3 innings, and then 2 1/3 scoreless so far from Alejandro Garcia. That's right to the backstop. Not only has Garcia given Illinois Tech 2 1/3 scoreless, he's gone 7 up, 7 down with 3 strikeouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Michael Paxson. .374 hitter a year ago. Still looking for knock number 1 of 2025. Doesn't look like he's going to get it here. Pops it up on the right side. Nate Reed makes the catch. Paxson now 0 for 3, 1 away here in the 7th. Now the catcher, Lucas Wan. Lucas is 1 for 3 with a single. Wan back in the 3rd, tried to drop down a sac bunt with runners on 1st and 2nd and nobody out, and beat it out as nobody covered the bag, but only 1 run scored that inning. If you're Illinois Tech, you go back and you look at this line score in those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th innings. Stranded 8 base runners, 5 of them in scoring position. You look up and you're down by a run. Situational hitting early in the season. 1 lines it right at the first baseman, Reed, for the second out here in the 7th. Two-away, Jonah Wilkes. Wilkes 0 for 2. He had a sac fly to center in that third inning. Three runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Monmouth. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Illinois Tech. First pitch to Wilkes is a strike, 0-1. Wilkes, the designated hitter here in game 1. Ralston looking to give Monmouth 3 innings of relief. He's 1 strike away from doing that. It's 0-2 here on Wilkes. No balls, 2 strikes. Ralston ready. He comes home with the 0-2. Slashed foul, stays 0-2. Wilkes reaches, Jack Fryer would hit next. Another 0-2 pitch here from Ralston to Wilkes. Fastball up and a little in, 1-2. That fastball looks like it's mid-80s from Wilkes, but that 6'6" frame makes it look a little bit faster as Wilkes pops it up on the left side of the infield. Scott is there, and that's another 1-2-3 inning for Roy Ralston. 7 full completes here in Wheaton. Illinois Tech down 3-2 in their season opener. We go to the top of the 8th inning, and it's still 3-2. We've had pretty impressive pitcher's duel here today in Illinois Tech's first game of the 2025 season. It was Cameron Bracewell and Ethan Zonge to start things out, but the last 3 innings have been Roy Ralston and Alejandro Garcia. Ralston's given Monmouth 3 innings of 1 run, unearned run baseball, and on the other side, Alejandro Garcia back out there, 2 1/3 perfect innings, 7 up, 7 down, 3 strikeouts, and he'll face Dye, Reed, and Parkins here in the 8th. He's up 0-1 on Dye. 1-1. Dye 0 for 3 today. A couple of strikeouts. Last time up, he reached on a pass ball. 3rd strike, got past Juan. And then the next batter, Nate Reed, was hit in the back on the first pitch thrown by Bracewell, and that was the last batter Cameron would face today. 1-1. Stays inside, 2-1. So that dropped third strike was pretty critical, as that's the difference in the game right now when Reed was hit by that pitch, bringing home the third run of the game for Monmouth. 2-1 here on Die. 300 hitter a year ago for Monmouth, hit 3 home runs, drove in 26. Grounds this foul, 2-2. Had 9 doubles to go along with those 3 home runs. There's a couple doubles this season through 2+ games. A couple RBI as well. It's in a 2-2 hole right here. Nobody out, top 8. Garcia is ready, holding that glove high, now fires the 2-2. Fastball misses just a little low, little outside, count full. Garcia trying to go 8 up, 8 down. He's gone full on Alex Dye. Timeout called by the home plate umpires. Garcia was ready to go, and Dye wasn't set. So the umpire called timeout and said, you got to let him get set first. He's now set. Garcia's now ready. Payoff pitch from Alejandro to Alex Dye. Punched out to right center field. Over for it is DeGroot. Now back, and Chris makes the catch out in right field for the first out here in the 8th. 8 up, 8 down now for Garcia. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Nate Reed. Reed 1 for 2. He doubled and scored in the 2nd. He struck out looking in the 4th, and then was hit by a pitch right between the 2 and the 4 against Cameron Bracewell in the 5th inning, driving in a run. Lefty from Chenoa, Illinois, 5'9", 200 pounds. Swings at the first pitch he sees, pops it up on the left side of the diamond. Kim and Fryer in, and that wind doing a little bit of something with that baseball, but Jack Fryer is able to make the catch for the second out here in the 8th. Now Aiden Parkins. Parkins came up with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the 5th inning, and Garcia struck him out on 3 pitches. Parkins 0 for 2. He had a sac bunt back in the 2nd. First pitch dropped over for a strike, 0-1. This one stays inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 9 in a row retired by Alejandro Garcia. Pitched in just 5 games a year ago, gave up 8 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings, but so far so good in 2025. There's a strike, 1-2. Ed Ziefert did say that he expected his pitching staff to be improved this season, and obviously small sample size, but so far so good in 1 game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 4 strikeouts for Alejandro Garcia through 3 1/3 innings. He goes 10 up, 10 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tech's offense got to get going. Roy Ralston back out there. He's already gone 3, and this is somebody who did throw a bunch of innings last season for Monmouth and threw 39 2/3 innings over 14 games, including 4 starts. This is his 4th inning of relief, and he'll face Fryer DeGroot and Mason Kim are the 3 scheduled hitters. First pitch fastball by Fryer is chopped to the third baseman. The low throw, nice pick over at first by Nate Reed. 1 away, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 8th. If you're a third baseman and you're going to cut in front of your shortstop like that, you better make sure that you make the throw. And a low throw over there, but nice play by Nate Reed for the first out here in the 8th. Now to Groot. Chris 0 for 1 today. Struck out his last time up against Roy Ralston, but his 2 at-bats previous to that were both walks. There's a strike, 0-1. Center fielder Ziegler Harris a couple of steps towards left. So there's a pretty big gap out there in right center field. Squaring to bunt. Popped up in the air. It lands foul, so 0-2 now on DeGroot. Tech trying to flip this lineup over once more and get back up to the top of that order with Gutsfeld and Paxson. Got some work to do if they want to get there, especially here in the 8th. They got number 6 hitter Chris DeGroot up here with a 1-0-2 count on him, and Mason Kim, the number 7 hitter. The 0-2 stays up, 2-2. The 1-2 offering. Up and away, 2-2. Monmouth scored a run in the 2nd. Tech tied it in the 3rd. Monmouth would add 2 in the 5th. Illinois Tech would bring 1 across in the 6th, and that's been it. 3-2. There's a fastball with some late tailing action that DeGroot swings through. That's a 2nd strikeout for Ralston. 2nd out here in the 8th. And now Mason Kim. Kim last season a .228 hitter. Did have 2 home runs. An 18 RBI for Illinois Tech. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 7th. Swings the first pitch, grounds it to his opposite number. Parkins across the diamond, and there's another 1-2-3 inning for Roy Ralston. He has retired 7 in a row, 8 full complete here in Wheaton. Illinois Tech down 3-2. Alejandro Garcia, 10 up, 10 down, back out there for the 9th inning. Cameron Bracewell went the first 4 2/3 innings this afternoon, 4 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. He walked 3. He struck out 7. He hit a couple batters. And both of those hit batters were harmful in that 5th inning, as one of them led directly to a run. He's on the short end right now. Illinois Tech's going to get one more whack here in the bottom of the 9th. That ball's lined out to left center field by Aiden Scott. That'll get down for extra bases. Scott makes the turn. The throw into second. Scott's in head first with a leadoff double here in the 9th inning. So he wasted no time on that at bat, as Monmouth has had very little success against Garcia, and Scott didn't let himself get down in the count, ripped the first pitch into the left center field gap. For his first hit of the game, he's 1 for 4, in Monmouth as their leadoff runner on at second base here in the top of the 9th inning. Gabe Ziegler-Harris expecting a bunt here, I would assume. Michael Paxson in on the grass at first. He does square to bunt. Pulls it back. It's called a strike, 0-1. Garcia, that's the first base runner he's allowed in 3 1/3 innings. He had gone 10 up, 10 down with 4 Ks before that double by Scott. Again, Garcia ready to go before the batter is, so the umpire calls time again. No balls, 1 strike. Ziegler 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a couple of walks. Squares to bunt. Garcia tosses it to second. Back in is Scott. The 0-1. Squares to bunt to bat. He offered at it that time. Are they going to say he didn't? Yeah, they're going to say he didn't offer at it, so it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Ziegler-Harris. See if he squares to bunt again. He does. Fouls it back. It's 1-2 as he tried to bunt the ball up around his eyes. Curious if they keep the bunt on here with 2 strikes. Just trying to play for a run here in the 9th and extend that lead. Paxson has backed off a bit over at first. 1-2. Ziegler-Harris holds up, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the 9th inning. Runner at second, Aiden Scott. Let off with a double. Now the 2-2 from Garcia. Blocked nicely by Juan in the dirt. The count's gone full. Ziegler-Harris already walked twice today. Walked and scored in the 5th. Struck out looking his last time up. Now Garcia's ready with the 3-2. Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. The first 2 batters reach here in the 9th inning. That's the 3rd time today that Ziegler-Harris has drawn a base on balls, and that'll bring up the top of the order. And Daniel Lummis here with first and second now with nobody out. We'll see if they ask their leadoff hitter to lay down a bunt in the 9th. He's 1 for 4 today, singled on the infield in the first, couple of ground outs since then. And just, I think Garcia just waiting to see if he could get Lummis to give up whether he was bunting there, but he didn't. Garcia to Lummis here. Lummis does square to bunt, drops it down right back to Garcia. Garcia to third. It's not going to be in time. So Lummis will pick up, will reach base on the sacrifice. Everybody moves up. The bases are loaded now, nobody out for Jonas Buckles. not bringing the infield in all the way around. They've got the corners in, Kim and Paxson. And the infield at double play depth. Bovee and Fryer both back. Trying to get Camp in here, or trying to get Buckles here, who's 0 for 1. Swings the first pitch. Pops it up. Over forward is Paxson in foul territory. Michael makes the catch in foul territory, and that is a huge first out here in the 9th inning for Alejandro Garcia. Now Makovic. Makovic 2 for 3 today, a single, a double, a run scored, a run knocked in. Last time up, he struck out against Garcia. Scott at third, Ziegler Harris at second, Lummis at first. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th. Makovic grounds it to Kim at third. Kim steps on the bag, tries to go across the diamond that hits Paxson in the leg, and a run will come home on the 5-3 ground out. Or excuse me, the 5 unassisted ground out. That'll be a fielder's choice for Makovic. Ziegler is out. Down to second goes Lummis, and we have runners at first and second now with 2 outs for Raul Guillermo, and the lead is back to 2 at 4-2. Makovic, couple of RBI here this afternoon. First pitch to Guillermo. Runner takes off for third. Juan holds, and stealing third is Lummis. That's his second stolen base of the game. Lummis, that's his third stolen base of the season. It's a 1-0 count on Guillermo, who's 0 for 3 today. Stays a little up, 2-0. So Monmouth finally breaks through against Alejandro Garcia here in the 9th inning. He had gone 10 up, 10 down. First 2 batters reached a double and a walk. Third runner reached on a sac bunt attempt. Foul out and a ground out have led to a run. Grounded to short, played there by Fryer, flips to Bovee at second, and that will do it for Monmouth here in the 9th. But they had a run. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Tech needs 2 to tie, 3 to win. Bottom of the 9th inning, Tech will send 8-9-1 up against Roy Ralston, who's been really, really good out of the bullpen here today. 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 unearned run, no walks. He struck out 2. And he'll face Bovee, Minami, and Gutsfeld here in the 9th. If anybody reaches Michael Paxson, we get a chance to hit. Tech down 2, 4-2 here, bottom 9. First pitch to Bovee is off the end of the bat. Matt's 0 for 2 today. He walked back in the second. Lined out in the fourth. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 6th. Those second and third innings especially. Illinois Tech going to go back and look at this one and say what if. They stranded the bases loaded in both the second and the third innings. Could only score 1 run in those 2 innings. Upstairs to Bovee, 1-1. It's the second appearance of the season for Ralston. Last time, pitched an inning, walked 3, gave up a couple of runs. His control has been pinpoint here through 4+. Downstairs 2-1. Hasn't walked anybody yet through 4 innings. Has 2 strikeouts. Gave up just the base hit to Minami in the 6th. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Monmouth. 2-5-0 for the Scarlet Hawks. It's 2-1 here on Bovee, leading things off in the 9th. Inside, did that get him? I think he got out of the way, and it's 3-1. Bovee last season an OBP close to 400, even though he hit just 240. 26 walks a year ago for Matt. Looking for his 2nd of the year so far this year, and he gets it right here, leading off the 9th inning. So leadoff walk for Illinois Tech. That's what they needed. They need a couple of base runners. Here's Minami. Minami 1 for 3 today. Last time up, an RBI single to center field, driving in Tanner Jenkins, who was pinch running for Fred Swingle, who had hit the ball to left. It was dropped by Makovic out there in left field. So Minami 1 for 3. Check swing, pops it down the left field line, giving chase is Parkins, and that'll land a lot of foul territory down the left field line here. Minami down in the count, 0-1. Picked up his base hit on an 0-2 count last at bat. Got Bovee at first. Last season, Bovee 13 steals and 17 chances. Don't expect necessarily any running here. Might try to get him into scoring position, but you don't want to run into an out in the 9th. You'll want him Minami. Another foul ball, and he's down to the count, 0-2. Gutsfeld on deck, and then Paxson. So short of a double play, Illinois Tech will get their 2 big bats up here in the 9th inning, and Tyler Gutsfeld and Michael Paxson. The 0-2 from Ralston. Hit out to left center field. Ziegler Harris ranges far to his right. Makes the catch for the first out here in the 9th inning. Similar at bat to last time, but Minami last time hit the ball more on a line. This time it hung up for the center fielder Gabe Ziegler Harris. 1 away in the 9th for Tyler Gutsfeld. Tyler today 2 for 4, a couple of singles. Run scored and a stolen base. Last time up he flew out to right. Tying run at the plate, winning run in the on-deck circle. Both of these guys have home run power. Gutsfeld last year 12, Paxson 15. First pitch to Gutsfeld is a strike. 0-1 on the Illinois Tech leadoff hitter. It's 2 for 4 today. 2 of Illinois Tech's 5 hits, 2 singles for Gutsfeld, triple for Fryer, singles for Juan and Minami, and that's been it. 0-1. Fastball misses away, 1-1. Ralston into his 5th inning of relief here. He's given up just 1 hit and an unearned run back in the 6th. 1 walk, couple of Ks. He's got a 1-1 count here. Gutsfeld turns on it and smokes it out to right center field. Dye goes back, and we got a tie game. Tyler Gutsfeld, home run number 1, comes in the bottom of the 9th, and it's 4-4. Baseball is back. Illinois Tech trailing 4-2. I said he's got some power. There's home run number 1 for Tyler, and we got a brand new game here in the 9th.
12 last year for Tyler. There's number 1. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and we're all square in the bottom of the 9th. Michael Paxton, the potential winning run here. Pax 0 for 3 today. And he was a little anxious there, as I think he was waiting for the fastball, got the off-speed pitch, couldn't hold up. 4-4 now, bottom 9. There's the fastball. That one's on the outside corner. It's 0-2 here on Paxton. It was really good work by Alejandro Garcia. Kept his team in the game long enough for the offense to finally break through here in the 9th. Paxton to the right side. Diving play over there by Buckles. High throw. Holding the bag is Nate Reed. It's 2 outs here in the 9th inning, and Lucas Juan with a chance to be the hero. Lucas did not have a home run last season. 5 doubles, drove in 14. Juan today 1 for 4. Last time up he lined out to Nate Reed over at first. Ball 1. So we go to the top of the 10th. If we go to the top of the 10th, Monmouth will have Alex Dye, Nate Reed, Aiden Parkins. It's 5, 6, 7. One 0-1. Chop to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. So Lucas Juan picks up his 2nd hit of the game. Opposite field single. And the winning run at first base. We're going to have a pinch runner as Luke Yaknin will come over and run at first for Juan. So Lucas leaves opening day 2 for 5. Yaknin over at first base now, the sophomore from Riverside with Jonah Wilkes at the plate. We'll see. Now you could potentially see some base running for Illinois Tech with the game tied here in the 9th. Yaknin last season 6 for 9 in steals. First pitch fastball, strike 1. Wilkes 0 for 3 today. The sac fly back in the 3rd, popped out to short in the 7th. So Illinois Tech finally gets to Roy Ralston here in the 9th. A walk and a 2-run homer by Tyler Gutzfeld ties it at 4. That one misses away, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Yaknin at first, 2 outs. There goes Yaknin. The throw down, Luke is in there. So Yaknin steals second base. It's the 3rd stolen base of the game for Illinois Tech in 4 opportunities, and it's 1-2 on Wilkes. So if Wilkes can drop one down in the outfield somewhere here, Tech can walk it off on opening day. Wilkes down 1-2. Ralston looking to get through 5 innings of relief here. Ralston's ready. The 1-2 to Wilkes. Foul back. Still 1-2. Wilkes, the designated hitter today. A line out, a pop out, a strikeout looking, and that sac fly to center. 1-2. Pops it up. Go back into the outfield. In on it comes Makovic. I don't know that anybody sees it. Illinois Tech's going to walk it off. That finds the outfield grass. Jonah Wilkes walks it off for Illinois Tech here in game 1. They score 3 in the 9th to win it. 5-4. Jonah Wilkes popped it high up into the outfield, and I heard some of the players standing next to me immediately off the bat yell, "Son!" You looked out, you saw the outfielders Ziegler, Harris, and Makovic had no idea where that ball was. It landed, Luke Yaknin scores, and Illinois Tech walks it off on opening day, trailing all afternoon long. They scored 3 in the 9th. They win it 5-4. We'll be back with Game 2 in about 30 minutes.